Hello, I'll just turn the TV off, mute it. Okay, back again, and before I machine this down to size, I've made a drawing, and I haven't got it down on paper because I don't have a printer, but I'll show you what the drawing looks like, and hope you can see it there. I'll just make it a bit larger. Just for anybody who's interested in a CAD program for drawing, for drafting, this is a program that's free from it's SolidWorks actually. I think it's a Dassault company, but if you want it, it's a two-dimensional. It's just two-dimensional, and it's really a clone of AutoCAD. I got AutoCAD 14 and 2000, and I like that very much. As soon as they started messing around on Windows with these new Windows programs like 7 and 8, they started going over to 64-bit, so the CDs that I had aren't really any good. They wouldn't work. So then I saw a AutoCAD 2009, and I got it on this computer out in the shop, which is Microsoft 7. But in the house I've got 8.1, and it won't work on there. So because of the license and so forth on AutoCAD, I stay with DraftSite. It's I don't have to worry about licenses and stuff, and it's very, very similar. In fact, it's almost a copy really. And I was told by a technician at DraftSite that SolidWorks did this purposely to help the hobby fraternity. So that's a good point for them. I'm certainly happy that they did it. So anyway, this is the drawing, and let me get a pointer. There we go. So as you can see, here is the thread of the bolt that I've got on order. It should be here within a couple of days now. And this is the rest of the bolt down here. This blue is the thread, and this green part is the rest of the bolt, which I'm going to bore out to 3/8. So in the meantime, I'm making up this insert that fits the bore, and so I'm turning this dimension here down to 3/8, and then I'll use that as a gauge when I bore out the bolt. And so if you can see, what I've done here is I'm going to make the bolt just a good slide fit on the insert, and in measuring the bolt I came up with 0.480. so I'm going to use the bolt as a wedge for locking the bolt with the thread onto the insert. so that if I ever have to, I can always remove it, and if I have a problem, like I'm kind of concerned that when I get the bolt, I have to make sure that the thread is going to be running true before I bore this out. Otherwise it's going to interfere with the register, and I really don't want it to interfere with the register, because this dimension here, which is the register, that's going to be the part that's going to give me repeatability on the chuck. And the thread, I'm assuming, will be not a really good thread, not like a good fit for the Taig, so it'll be loose anyway. But if it's running out, then it's going to interfere with the fit on the register. So I'm going to make this removable just in case it does affect the accuracy of the chuck. And so part of the head of the screw, the flathead screw, is actually going to press this up against this face, and hopefully it should lock it in. If it doesn't, then I may even pin it, or I don't know, I haven't come to that spot yet. But anyway, that's what's going to take place. So at the moment I've machined this 752.5 dimension, and now I'm going to turn this down to 3/8 diameter. Okay, so that's my next job. That's what I've got on there now. So that's the drawing, and I'll put the camera back. Oh, I got a bad back. Oh. And I'll put the camera back, and what I'm going to do now, hopefully that's in the right position so you can see. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the, this is not very nice mild steel, so I'm going to make sure that the tool bit is machined up nicely, ground. And this is the crow bolt. Funny, there's no name on it, but it is crow bolt, and that's the little tool bit. That's a 1/4 inch, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, 1/4 inch. And they do nice small round tool bits for boring bars. I bought one for the the ball turning attachment that I have, and seems to be good stuff. I've seen a couple of videos on it being machined, used machining, and it stands up very well. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to resharpen it, and what I'll do is I'll show you. Don't take any notice of my shop, it's a complete mess, but when I came over from England, I brought this with me, just a counter shaft. It came off I don't know what it came off of, but it came off of a small lathe or milling machine, I'm not sure. When I was at work, we had a nice KK caliper, I think it was called, a diamond grinder for grinding up tool bits, and this is like similar to, that's the diamond there, and it's very similar to what we had at work, and it worked really nice. You could take your tool bit out and place it on there and just touch it up, and of course the table was adjustable, and on the KK caliper, I think it's caliper, it oscillated as well. The wheel moved back and forth, you know, like an eccentric, being on an eccentric, and that was nice because it meant that you used all of the wheel. It wasn't concentrated on one spot. But what I do is I get a tool bit, and whichever shape I want it, I grind it on my like a bench grinder, what you call it, a pedestal grinder, and I grind it to shape, and then what I do is I bring it in here. Wow, what a mess. I bring it in here and I just place it, let's see, place it on there like that, and the table, of course the table, I made the table, cut this all out, two pieces like this, like that, and then made a table that swivels on pins, and then there was a little adjustable screw down the bottom here that raises it up and lowers it for angles. So I don't bother with angles too much. I just look at the table and if it looks okay, then that's what I do. So I'll just switch it on, and I hope it doesn't vibrate off. Let's see if we've got it here. Yeah, I just switch it on. We'll see if it vibrates. It's a bit noisy. It's just a make-up thing that I did. That's not very good here. The light is very bad. Just hang on a minute. There's not a very good light here. I'm gonna take it up a bit. Just take it up a little bit. Okay. My eyesight is getting really, really bad. Nice when you can just lay it flat on the table. You don't have to worry about your hands being at the right angle. And there you can see just got a small radius on the tip, and that should do the trick. So I'll put the camera back here, and I'll just put this in there. Look it up. There you go. Now, get my position again. Gonna have to turn this around just a bit. Do it. Okie doke. Just touch on there. Okay, feed the screw in, and we should be all set. $40,000. Not very good, is it? Try some stuff on it. Okay, see how that goes. 30,000. Take a measurement. So it really doesn't, this dimension is not that important. It'd be nice to get it to 375. That's 562. 10, 20, 30. I really need to get a brush with some check that. $496. 37. Getting close to the center, revolving center. 10, 20, 30. $32,000 to take off. I'm gonna have to grind some off the tool bit. It's going to interfere with the center, revolving center. Don't do that. Terrible material. Terrible. $20,000. Okay. That's no good. Don't like that.